You're watching Viini TV, the world's most bombastic wine media, and today it's a beautiful day in Helsinki and we're gonna meet up with a friend of ours, a sommelier in Boulevard social restaurant. Let's go. Yes. So before we even start, I have to say, he's a good friend of mine, and his name is Janne Halla, and Halla means actually frost in English, which means basically that he's not welcome from March to November. He's not welcome to the vineyards of Europe or anywhere else in the northern hemisphere. So how are you, man?
I'm very good, thank you.
I mean, you just started this, or you just opened this Boulevard social restaurant. Why don't you just briefly tell us what's going on with this restaurant?
Well, Boulevard Social is a really nice third restaurant of the two very good chefs of here in Finland, Tommy Björk and Matti Wikberg.
He's the big guy with the huge tattoos, like he's like the beef guy.
And we've done two Asian restaurants before, and this is the third one, a little bit different from the others. The cuisine is based on Middle East and North Africa.
And that's super cool, actually. You don't see that a lot of that in Finland, definitely not, and Scandinavia in general, probably.
So flavors from around the Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah.
So the wine is, of course, based there. What we do, we have Moroccan wine, we do Lebanese wine, and what we're tasting here is a Greek wine. The best winery in whole Greece.
How was it? Was it number 1 or number 2?
I have to say your toilet was very nice before I went there.
Before you went there? What does that mean?
It was so clean.
So
what are we having?
I was just telling that we are having a Greek wine here. It's called Assyrtiko, and it's produced by Gaia. Not the Gaia from Italy, you know. It's with J. This is a Gaia with E.
So Santorini.
Santorini. This is the one. And
once I was in Santorini, very fun. Please continue.
You're not the only one.
Yes.
Been there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
Love the place.
And this is some people say that it's the best wine in whole Greece. And,
the whole of Greece, not just in Santorini. Okay.
Yeah. And we got this wine here exclusively, first at least, at Boulevard Social, and there haven't been really quality wines in Finland from Greece before. And one of the main reasons is that there isn't any high quality wines, only few.
I mean, Greece at the moment, I mean, you probably all know that the economics of Greece is not going very well, and I'm sure that impacts the wine industry in Greece. But I mean, it's interesting to see these wines in Helsinki. I mean, I haven't actually tasted a Santorini wine in a Helsinki restaurant before, I think.
No. And the Santorini wines, when they come cheap, they're usually like you take a steel rod, put some lemon juice and lick it. I mean, they're not very pleasant, they're almost too harsh. But this wine is from the next universe.
That's
this is more like a ripe kind of a Mediterranean Chablis kind of thing.
That's right. The minerality is amazing here. And Assyrtiko, the great variety here, is really high acid. And high acid mineral. That's what Assyrtiko really is. And this is a freak wine for real wine fans. If you're into wine,
if you're a jerking off nerd into wines, you definitely have to check this out.
I mean, the island in itself. I mean, guys. I mean, it's a volcanic island. It's hot as hell. It's windy as hell.
Yeah.
It doesn't really sound like a good place to cultivate wines, no?
These guys they figured it out, and volcanic soil is also soft, so they made the holes there. And put the wines growing there in the holes, so the wind won't get in touch.
They're kind of this like bird nestle kind of spirals, kind of. It's very interesting.
And then you got the sun, then you got the soil. And when you do it, these guys they do it in an old tomato factory, of course.
Do they add some tomato in the wine?
No. And it's just good.
But Janne, you're the go-to guy when it comes to making quality wine lists in a restaurant. So what's the secret of making a good restaurant wine list? Because I mean, you have these great Santorini wines. You have some excellent Provence roses and many interesting wines. So what's the secret?
Well, the secret is, I think, basically we go from the cuisine. That's the first point. We really need to find the wines for the cuisine, but also as a sommelier, I find it really important that we make also a wine list that can stand on its own. And we do here maybe 10 to 15 exclusive wines that they are not available anywhere in Finland, at least. And I think that's a big thing that too many restaurants is not doing at the moment. And I think.
But you have to be you have to be bold when you do that, because obviously your aim is to sell wine, and if you get too freaky with the wines and the cuisine, it can get kind of weird. But you have to take the first
every
lead.
day. I mean, I was visiting here for a lunch, and I was barely able to get a table because it's so popular. And I mean, it's in the middle of July, and
you were barely able to get out of the table.
Basically, very hard job for me any day. But in July, usually Helsinki is rather empty, but your place is packed.
Sometimes you need to be bold, and when the place is packed, it helps you, because then it's easier for you to get a little bit bigger kind of amount of wine that people are happily bringing to Finland.
You're getting the cameraman drunk, you know. Well, actually, he's already drunk.
No, it's a bit unstable.
So, I mean, what would be your sort of tip when a consumer comes to your restaurants? What to do when ordering a wine? I mean, we haven't done a lot of these restaurant clips in VNTV. What to do when a consumer that doesn't really know anything about wines, what to do?
Well, our staff is really trained, and they know what they are selling and what they are. So I think that's the big deal, and we always, in all these 3 restaurants, we have something special, something that is brought, particularly for the type of cuisine we are doing, and kind of something you can really rely on. That
I mean, the
nicely.
other restaurant you had Farang White made by Huitson from Australia, and that's pretty badass.
It's our old wine,
I mean, not a lot of
special.
restaurants have that like in the world.
Yeah. And for us, it was a little bit how to do impossible possible, and that's what we did, and it really grows the fruit nicely.
And now is the time you can actually say where the restaurant is located. So if you come to Helsinki, the place is
Farang.
Well, that restaurant, but this restaurant, what's the address of this restaurant?
It's Boulevard number 6, Boulevard Social. Yeah.
So downtown Helsinki, one of the new places, a place you definitely need to check if you come to Helsinki.
And I think we're going to continue to emptying this bottle. The Santorini goes down nicely, right?
It is beautiful.